cauliflower. You're supposed to have on a
Subtle
nice
touch.
jacket.
How are you, Shannon?
Hey, Skip, how you doing,
You know what?
Skip? What?
This is going to be a show. We got your friend Ray,
Yep.
Ray Lewis, coming back on to discuss a video he posted about Colin Kaepernick
Correct.
yesterday. Can't wait for that. And we also have my friend Kevin Durant responding to us, basically, and what we said about responding to social media.
Kev, appreciate that, bro. Good looking
And
out.
we are going to respond to KD.
Yes, we are. Let's get it started with the latest on Lavar Ball. Lavar made huge headlines back in March when he said, quote, "Back in my heyday, I would kill Michael Jordan one-on-one." In June, he added that he would make MJ cry if they played. On Monday, Jordan was asked about Lavar's comments at his flight school basketball camp. MJ responded, "You got to understand the source. I think he played college, maybe. He averaged 2.2 points a game. Really? He doesn't deserve a response, but I'm going to give it to you because you asked the question. I don't think he could beat me if I was one-legged." Lavar responded to Jordan yesterday. Let's take a listen.
Look at everybody, man. Everybody used to say, yo, I think Wilt Chamberlain is better than Shaq. I think Oscar Robertson is better than LeBron. Now the story is Michael Jordan, LeVar is better than Michael Jordan. Come on, I ain't even played basketball in the pros, and they talking about me and Michael Jordan. That's what I'm talking about. He talking about beating me with one leg. Well, guess what? I can beat him with one hand. Now we both look like we out there like we can't play.
Skip, are you
Get it, Bob.
surprised that Jordan would respond to Lavar?
You have to understand, I speak as what I consider to be the biggest Jordan fan on this planet, and always have been.
Yep.
Had the great fortune, the pleasure, the honor of getting to know him a little when I covered him in Chicago. So to answer Joy's question, I was shocked. I was incredulous that Michael Jeffrey Jordan, the GOAT, Air Jordan, Jumpman, stooped to respond to LeVar Ball. And Michael tried to stop himself. He's talking to kids at his camp, flight school, and he said to start off with, "It doesn't deserve a response, but I'm going to give it to you anyway because you asked the question." No, it wasn't because the question got asked. Michael just couldn't help himself. He couldn't stop himself because LeVar Ball even got under the GOAT skin. This was LeVar Ball's greatest victory yet. He wins again. And let's put this in perspective, as LeVar is quick to do. The greatest of all time in any sport, Michael Jeffrey Jordan, just responded to a man who failed in his 1 year of D1 college basketball at Washington State, during which he averaged 12 minutes a game, 2 points a game, 2 rebounds a game, and shot 45% from the free throw line. That's not very good, LeVar. 45%. And then he returned home to go to play basketball at Cal State Los Angeles, not exactly D1. And then finally gave up basketball altogether and went to Long Beach City College to attempt to play the game that you were supreme in, football.
Yep.
And, you know, I've never seen anything like this in my career, because the truth is, LeVar Ball has become big enough for the greatest player ever to respond to, because LeVar Ball, over about a 2-month period, has become the most hated man in sports, the most talked about man in sports. I think the most entertaining man in all of sports is now LeVar Ball, because we can't get enough of him. Twitter and social media cannot get enough of LeVar, who just trends almost daily for this outlandish proclamation and this one, this prediction and this proclamation, to the point that, think about this, Shaquille O'Neal, I think one of the 5 greatest basketball players ever, just put out a diss track aimed at LeVar Ball.
It is nice, too.
What?
It's
Well,
nice.
there you go.
It's
so
nice.
you're buying in, you're validating, right?
Yep.
And Charles Barkley, the biggest voice in commentary in the NBA, right?
Yep.
He can't get enough of lashing out firing back at LeVar Ball. Really? Shaq and Charles Barkley? So here we have Michael Jordan, who won an NCAA championship game with a last-second shot, who won an NBA championship with a last-second shot, stooping to say, he couldn't beat me if I just had one leg. Well, we get that. You know, like we know that. You didn't really need to remind us of that. And here we have a guy in Michael Jeffrey Jordan, and you know this way better than I do, although I wear his shoes every day. I got them on right now. He launched the greatest shoe brand in the history of shoes. Yep. I mean, name the shoe. This is the greatest brand ever. Yep. This is Air Jordan. This is Jumpman, yep. Right? And it continues to thrive and grow, right? Years after he played. And he is stooping to respond to a guy who went completely renegade, who was dismissed as a delusional dreamer, and dared to start his own big baller shoe brand and asked $495 per pair, right? Yep. And became a laughingstock over that. But Jumpman just responded to him. And I think, to me, what happened yesterday out of the lips of Michael Jeffrey Jordan was the ultimate validation for LeVar Ball. Way to go. I congratulate LeVar. We know him from this show. Mm-hmm. But this was, LeVar, this was your ultimate achievement. Way to go.
Joe, ask me that question again.
Shannon, are you surprised that Jordan would respond to LeVar?
Absolutely not. And I told you, Skip Bayless. Now, not only did I'm gonna take Michael last. Charles Barkley has responded, and LeBron James has responded to one LeVar Ball. Now, you said this would be beneath Michael Jordan's dignity. He would rise above it. He would never stoop to such to respond to somebody. What did he do, Skip? He responded just like I told you he would.
You did?
Yes.
I don't remember that.
Because you know why? Because do you think they would openly mock Michael Jordan? Do you think someone would say to
so we're going back to defending your guy again, Shannon. Sharp strikes again.
Don't do me like this.
It all has to be about LeBron.
No.
Born on December 30th, whenever it was.
1984.
1984.
To one glow.
I
call it glow. You can go by glow. February 6th, 1968. February 4th, 1968. But anyway, Skip.
Oh, my God.
Skip, I told you, Michael Jordan is a competitor. And let me tell you why I told you, do you think somebody would have did this to what Steph Curry did to LeBron? We'll also talk about that, too. Do you think someone would have done that to Michael Jordan? I said, absolutely, Skip. You know why? Because we just had a 50-year-old man that's never played NBA basketball, got one Michael Jeffrey Jordan to respond to him. Now, if you think LeVar Ball can rile up Michael Jordan and have something to say, you don't think NBA players, had they had social media back then, would have said anything? Of course they wouldn't.
They would not have. You are out of your mind, and you don't get it. But they don't have to play each other. LeVar doesn't have to worry about Michael taking him to the rack tonight in the United Center.
Yeah. He was going to drop 48 anyway. So now what, he's going to score 52?
Yeah, he's going to score 62.
Okay. Doesn't matter. Hey. It doesn't matter.
I saw him obliterate people for the slightest indiscretion. Yeah. Think he would make up things about John Calipari when they played the New Jersey Nets.
I remember when LeBradford Smith hit him up for 36 points one night. They're playing the back-to-back, and Michael come back the next night and have 35 at the half. He was the ultimate.
Nobody would have dared. Nobody.
But see, when you
do that, to do what Steph did to your guy, are you kidding? Even though Steph says, I didn't mean it. Yeah, baloney.
But Skip, when you're the ultimate competitor, things get you riled up. Why do you think Kevin Durant, we're going to discuss Kevin, that's why he responded.
We are going to discuss that.
Because they can get you going. And Michael Jordan is the ultimate competitor. Now, Michael would take it a step further. He's so competitive, he would actually play LeVar Ball, but he got to play him for money. He would have to put up $1, $2, $3 million. He's not going to play him for free. He's not going to do it for no charity. Michael Jordan, he wants your pride. That's what he plays for. But see, LeVar made a mistake. See, LeVar was thinking Michael B. Jordan. You know, the one that was the Black Panther?
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, that's what.
No.
He got his alphabets mixed up.
No, I
He was
don't think
thinking
so.
Michael B., not Michael Jeffrey Jordan. That's all, Skip. It's just a Freudian slip. He didn't mean it.
I think Michael B. Jordan could probably be LeVar.
Yo, no, Leo Michael, the one that's gonna be Black Panther. That's in Creed. That Jordan is what the one LeVar was talking about. He wasn't talking about this guy Skip with the Jumpman logo.
He was.
No, he wasn't, Skip.
And he got his goat. He got the goat of the goat.
And I told you it could happen. See, you look at and you talk about idolatry. You always get on me, the idolatry that you show one Aaron Rodgers. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Well, you should, because he's 5-6 in the playoffs since his Super Bowl win.
But
my facts speak for me.
But you make it seem like Michael is some kind of machine, that he doesn't have emotions and people can't say and do things. Of course he has emotion. That's why he socked Steve Kerr in the eye.
It's LeVar Ball. Who is he? What is he?
So
he's got a son who's going to be great.
And I believe if they'd have had social media back then, one Michael Jeffrey Jordan would have been on it. I also believe Larry Bird, as much junk as Larry Bird talked, he'd have been on it, Skip.
He would
Skip,
not
you're a
have.
product of your environment.
No.
And social media is the thing right now.
No way would Larry Bird
get him,
have done
LeVar.
it. He'd be so above that.
LeVar got the greatest. LeVar Ball. Here's a guy 6 months ago, before the start of the new year, we didn't even know existed. And he got what you call the greatest basketball player ever to lace up gym shoes to respond to him. Ooh, get him, LeVar.
You know why LeVar does get people to respond? Because there's always some truth in his outlandish comments. There's always the fact that his number one son is validating him as we speak, getting better and better through the summer league. Looks like he's going to put the Lakers back on the map.
Not the playoff map this year.
Yes, he will. They're going to be in the playoffs. They're going to be the 8th seed. But the point is that when he first went after Michael Jeffrey Jordan, I can beat you. He said he would kill him one-on-one. He's always got to go way over the top and get everybody's attention. And as LeVar is the first to say, it's all entertainment. He knows exactly what he's doing, and he's rubbing our noses in it while he's doing it. But in this case, remember what he said. I'm too big. Now, this would be in his heyday, that LeVar says he would be too big and too strong for Michael Jordan. I would back him in. I would shoot a left-handed hook or a little right-handed hook, little jump hooks, and I would call, what did he say? I would call a foul on every play. So this is unrefereed one-on-one sort of street ball, right? And he would take the ball back out and take the ball back out, and he would wear down Michael physically. And he said he would have to start making every outside shot because I would take him to the rim again and again and again. Okay, but let's look at the facts. After LeVar went to Long Beach City College and changed sports, what happened? The Jets signed LeVar Ball. They brought him in. Pete Carroll signed LeVar Ball and brought him in and immediately said, let's send him to our developmental league, the London Monarchs, and the European League, the World League. And LeVar was pretty good for the Monarchs and came back on the practice squad. Then he went to the Panthers practice squad. But he changed from defensive end when he was first signed under Pete Carroll to under Rich Kotite in the Jets. They made him a tight end.
Correct.
6'6". I don't know exactly the weight, but I'm going to guess 260-ish, somewhere in there. Maybe bigger. He's big bone man.
No, I think probably back then, Skip, probably 20 years ago, he probably was around 245.
Okay, maybe somewhere in there. But he is a big man.
He's a big man, yeah.
Okay, so there's a nugget of truth in that he could take, in his prime, a skinnier Michael. They're about the same height, 6'. But he would cause him some problems down low if it's unrefereed. I get that. Would he kill him? No, he wouldn't kill him, because this man destroys everybody he's ever played.
But Skip, here's the thing. Michael Jordan knew exactly how many points LeVar Ball scored.
He did. He got him. He got him.
But you're telling me this man wouldn't been on social media. Why he worried about what LeVar? LeVar is 50 years old, married with three boys. One is in the NBA, another's in college, the other is a rising junior. He got the greatest basketball player of all time to respond to him.
You know why?
And to know his stat.
You know why?
Why is unimportant?
LeVar Ball has become the Michael Jordan of sports talk. Has he not?
Hey.
Does not everybody want him on their show?
But I was trying to tell you, Skip, that he could get that he could get Michael Jordan to respond. And the way this social media, because here, this is how it works, Skip. Even if they're not in the locker room, somebody's going out to eat. Somebody's going training in the club. Man, could you beat Michael? Man, I'm going to kill Michael when we see him this year. And those are going to get back to him. But you see those eyes? They brown. That's from all, like cognac and cigars. They'd have been fire red.
Are you ripping him?
No, I ain't got no problem.
You just took a shot at Michael Jeffrey Jordan?
Oh, you see those eyes?
I can't really see his eyes.
I can see, I know. But I'm telling you.
I think they're just shaded, you know? I think they're half closed.
No, they half closed. They half closed. That's from, some good old, that old hen dog, that old hen, and them cigars on the golf course. And, he fired. You know what? He might call him out again.
You know what? I'll give you this much. If there had been social media in 1996, 7, and 8, as they won their last 3 of the 6 championships, maybe Michael would have gone after some people on social media, but nobody would have dared to go after him.
Skip.
They would not.
Yeah, they go after everybody.
Listen, I witnessed this. A kid named Corey Benjamin got drafted. It was late in the first round, but he was the Bulls' first-round pick after Michael went to the golf course and, quote-unquote, retired that time in between that and the Wizards stop. Remember this? Mm-hmm. So he was out. He was out of shape. He's playing golf. He's smoking cigars. And Corey Benjamin dared to say on draft night, it's too bad that Michael retired because I could have taken him one-on-one. So Michael waited until the next season started, and early in the season, he showed up unannounced at a Bulls practice run by one Tim Floyd, the new Bulls coach, in place of Phil Jackson. Didn't even know Tim, and walked out on the floor with the media gathered because he wanted the media to witness what was about to happen. And he said, Coach Floyd, would you mind if I pulled one of your players aside? And Tim Floyd's like, no, you just do, because he basically owned the building. And he points to Corey Benjamin and says, I want you right now. And they set the rules. I think they're going to play to 20 by 2s or whatever, and they're going to play 3 games. And I witnessed 3 games of complete annihilation and destruction of poor Corey Benjamin. And at this point, Michael was going on 30. He was 36, going on 37. Mm-hmm. And it was absolute humiliation at the highest degree because the kid didn't have a prayer. And he just wanted to show everyone, and that's when I knew Michael was going to come back. Mm-hmm. He wanted to show the kids of that day's NBA, that would be 1999 NBA, I'm still here and I ain't going no place. And you don't got me. I got you.
Skip, I played a very, very physical game, the game of football, which is a lot more physical than even basketball.
It is.
Even in the 70s and 80s and 90s, even today's football is more physical than what they played. I've seen guys talk trash to Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis could dislodge grown men from the ball. And you think they would talk to Ray, but they're going to be afraid to talk to Michael Jordan because all he's going to do is score 50 points? And you talk about a man that can break your arm, break your leg?
I get what you're saying, but there's something about being humiliated for 48 minutes in an NBA game on a big stage where you can't save yourself. I get it. You would have fear of physical harm done to you by Ray Lewis.
You remember what Rashard Mendenhall said? After the Bills, I'm going to run through Ray Lewis. I ain't afraid of that Baltimore defense. They hand him the ball. First play, crack, done for the year. Broke his shoulder blade. That's what Ray Lewis was capable of doing.
Okay, as much as I admire the great Ray Lewis, and he will join us here in a few minutes, he was not Michael Jordan. Sorry.
I guarantee you, more people were afraid of Ray because...
I disagree.
Man, please.
Sorry.
Child, please.
No.
Look at the eyes. The eyes. Oh, they got back.
I'm not a child. I'm a man.
Skip.
Man, please.
Skip. Look at this. Look at his eyes. He on that old good, that old Ray Shard.
Lavar also said that he was better than Rob Gronkowski as well.
Yeah, he said he's better tight than Gronk. You know he ain't saying nothing about your boy.
Spreading
the
love around.
You know what? You're beneath
but
his job.
Rob is
Rob's
better than you.
Rob's the greatest.
It's like all encompassing.
You know
like if he mentions Rob, it's
even
like everybody else.
Lavar took a shot. Lavar took a shot at Mike. He ain't come see a boy. Now, he know his boy got there. Skip.
Lip Spartan champion.
Skip, what happened?
You don't rank.
Skip, what happened? You're a guy that you said that this stuff is above him. He would rise above it. This is beneath him. LeBron, why would you respond? KD, why would you respond? Shannon, I'm seeing a lot of careers ruined with that very thing.
We're about to talk about this at length.
And look,
LeVar gets to the best of us.
And he ain't
Kevin
even on social
Durant
media.
had a message for Skip and Shannon yesterday. We'll discuss that next.
What you say, Katie?